So, requested separate rooms, which really broke my heart.
90-Day Fiancé TLC cancels Jasmine Pineda without telling viewers. The truth finally comes out. Jasmine and Matt's tense encounter on 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? With attorney Oxalis revealed a legal and emotional tempest around Jasmine's former husband, Gino, in one of the most dramatic scenes ever. Even though they are no longer together, Jasmine is still legally married to Gino, even though she is currently living with Matt and is expecting his kid. What started off as an unusual open marriage has turned into a complex legal, romantic, and maybe deportation situation. Jasmine disclosed during the discussion that Gino has filed a complaint against her and accused her of marriage fraud, which could potentially affect her ability to remain in the United States. The lawyer cautioned that the child would not be acknowledged as a U.S. citizen if the fraud accusations are true, and she is deported before the birth of her child. The fact that Florida law assumes that any kid born during a valid marriage is the husband's, in this case, Gino's, is even more shocking. The 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Consultation revealed how precarious their future is, both legally and personally, with Jasmine's feelings raw and Matt clearly frightened. The 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Discussion between Jasmine, Matt, and attorney Oxalis revealed a jumble of marriage, immigration, and parental regulations that were all colliding at once. An open marital arrangement has turned into a legal threat, allegations, and deportation fears. We explain the legal complications and their potential implications for Jasmine, Matt, and their unborn child below. Attorney Oxalis informed them that in the event that the marriage is determined to be false, Gino's complaint may start the deportation process. The lawyer began by stressing how Gino's allegations may ruin Jasmine's present life, including her loss of access, residency, and most importantly, her ability to raise or even have a kid with legal safeguards. If for any reason Gino can show that the marriage was a fraud, you would be deported. The attorney on 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after, said. Following the comment, the lawyer stated that the child would not be considered a U.S. citizen if deportation occurred before birth. He went on to say that due to time constraints, it is practically impossible to get a divorce and get married again before giving birth to Matt. After the conversation, Jasmine and Matt were rattled and realized that their only defense against a very real threat was now a legal strategy. Regardless of biological reality, Florida law automatically assumes Gino is the legal father because Jasmine is still married to him at the time of the baby's birth. The lawyer emphasized how this assumption compels Matt to defend his rights through legal action, potentially a paternity challenge. The laws of the state of Florida presume there's a presumption that Gino is the father of the child, explained the attorney. 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Matt responded to the comment with a mixture of resignation and rage, admitting that even if DNA reveals otherwise, he might have to fight in court. When Jasmine expressed her biggest concern, telling her mother the whole truth about her marriage and immigration situation, her voice broke with anxiety. As the conference came to an end, they were considering their options and understood that their struggle was not only for identification but also for the future security of their family. She opened up about Gino telling her about going to the immigration to deport her. Despite Michelle's tries, Jasmine couldn't stop crying. The episode featured Julia and Brandon surprising his parents about their move. It resulted in an intense situation after Julia and Brandon's mom got into an argument. Elsewhere in the episode, viewers also witnessed Jasmine talking to the attorney and later with Matt. Darcy met her daughter after a couple of months and had a chat with them. TLC describes the latest 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Season 9, Episode 15 as Jasmine learns the seriousness of Gino's allegations. Brandon hits a breaking point with Julia and his parents. Darcy's dad gives her some tough love. Loren and Elizabeth attempt to reconcile. The recently released 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Season 9 Episode 15 featured Jasmine crying and calling Gino's cousin-in-law Michelle. It happened after. Gino just called me to tell me that he already went to immigration to accuse me of immigration fraud, so I get deported, said Jasmine while sobbing. Michelle responded that just because Gino said something, it didn't mean he had done it. Jasmine also recalled telling Gino to think about her baby. However, he told her that she was supposed to have the baby with him. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star also told Michelle about Gino doing crazy math and recalled their wedding. Further in the episode, Brandon and Julia saw his parents and revealed their travel plans. They saw the couple packing their stuff, so they asked about it. Brandon's parents were surprised to hear that. His dad mentioned that they had mentioned their travels, but they weren't sure about it. He also asked Brandon if he knew how ridiculous it sounded. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Brandon mentioned that they planned to sell Julia's apartment before leaving. When his parents asked about the timeline, he replied that they weren't sure how long they would be. In their joint confession, Brandon's parents shared their concerns over their son's decision. The boy just quit his job and is hoping to get the money from the apartment. What if something falls through and the money never shows up? They talked about how they still couldn't believe that they spent their lives teaching Brandon to plan, think logically, and do the right thing. While talking to Julia and Brandon, his dad noted that he was disappointed. His dad also told him that he should be focusing on his career. Later, when they learned that Brandon and Julie already had their tickets and planned to leave in a couple of days, they were shocked. Soon Julia and Brandon's mom got into an argument about family. The latter told Julia that they were all family. If she didn't feel that, then she should go back to Russia. While Jasmine rarely mentions her children back in Panama on the show, her Instagram bio reads, "Immigrant mama on a journey cherry blossomoing hard to bring my sons to blow." You can find everything we know about Jasmine's children, including when they were born, where they live now, and the full story behind their visa delays. Jasmine had her third baby, Matilda, in April 2025. To celebrate the birth of Jasmine and Matt's daughter, TLC posted on Instagram, "There's a brand new bundle of joy in the hashtag 90 Day Fiancé family. Congrats to Jasmine and Matt, who just welcomed baby girl Matilda. Introducing Maddie, our sweet baby girl," says the pair. "She's already filling our hearts with so much love and joy." The 90 Day Fiancé star has 3 kids, including 2 sons named JC and Juance, whom she shares with her ex-husband in Panama, and her daughter Matilda. Below, we've broken down everything we know about each of her children. Jasmine's oldest son is a 13-year-old. Juance, you're the love of my life, my world, my everything. I'm so lucky to have the most amazing baby boy ever. Mommy loves you. On July 1st, 2025, Jasmine posted a video of Juance video chatting with his baby sister. She wrote, "Juance is adding fluent and adorable English to his resume. Watching him learn is the sweetest thing ever." Jasmine's youngest son, JC, who is close in age to Juance, has not appeared on 90 Day Fiancé or in her social media content. According to the Happily Ever After star, JC is neurodivergent and began living with her mother during the pandemic. In the past, Jasmine has told viewers, "It's very hard for JC to communicate. He doesn't have a verbal language. But what makes it difficult to have a child with special needs is not the child. It's the people. It's very hard. It's not easy." Jasmine announced that she was pregnant with her daughter Matilda during the Season 2 tell all of 90 Day, The Last Resort. At the time, viewers had just witnessed Jasmine ask Gino for an open relationship so that she could explore an intimate connection with Matt. On September 12th, Jasmine posted, "Matilda, the most adorable and unexpected gift from heaven. You make our life complete in ways we never imagined, and every day with you feels like a blessing wrapped in the purest joy." Since Jasmine gave birth to Matilda, 90 Day fans have questioned why Jasmine's sons still live in Panama. Jasmine reportedly has to wait up to 2 years to bring her sons to the States, as Gino made an error in her immigration paperwork by not including her sons' names on the forms as well. Hopefully, both Juance and JC will be able to come live with their mom and sister in Florida soon. Just a couple of weeks after viewers saw 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After show a truly vulnerable moment involving Gino Palazzolo, it's time to have that moment with someone viewers may not sympathize much with, Jasmine Pineda. It's been easy to target the 90 Day Fiancé star after she revealed she was pregnant with Matt Branasterianu's child, but a look into her past with her own father helped me see her in a different light. Similar to when we saw Jasmine interact with her children in Panama, the latest episode provided another look into her background, which we don't often see on the TLC series. It all came out after Matt's continued odd reaction to having a daughter, which brought back her past trauma of her relationship with her own father. Jasmine and Gino also sparred over who was to blame for Natalie breaking up with Gino following the birthday party altercation. After learning the news, Gino suggested that Jasmine faked her love for him. Jasmine has dropped 2 major bombshells on Gino, and she has confirmed their marriage is officially over. On the September 14th episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Gino visited Jasmine at Matt's house after receiving an email from his estranged wife asking him to have a conversation about something urgent. In a confessional, Gino admitted that he was lonely following his breakup with Natalie and seemed open to reconsidering reconciling with Jasmine, but admitted that there would have to be a hell of a lot of changes to save the marriage. Upon arriving at Matt's house, however, Gino quickly learned that Jasmine was not open to patching things up. In fact, she had big news for him. "I'm moving to Florida," Jasmine told her estranged husband, adding that Matt is coming with me. But there was more. "Matt and we are going to have a baby," Jasmine said through tears. Jasmine cries as she tells Gino she is moving to Florida with Matt and is pregnant with Matt's baby. Gino was left stunned. "Good for you," he finally replied after a long silence, adding that he was not shocked by the announcement. Jasmine insisted that she and Matt didn't plan to get pregnant. "It just happened," she explained as a hurt Gino soaked in the news. "Know that this marks the end for us," Jasmine continued, referencing their broken marriage. But Gino claimed he already knew that. "Our new app is here. Free, fun, and full of exclusives." Before Jasmine dropped the bombshells, Gino seemed hopeful that Jasmine had turned a new leaf in their relationship. He took notice of the various boxes sitting in Matt's living room and hoped that meant Jasmine was moving out and away from her lover. "I wonder if Jasmine is moving out of Matt's place and finally getting her own place," he said in a confessional. Gino had taken issue with Jasmine's lengthy stay at Matt's home in the past. "That would show me that she actually still cares about me and she's actually taking action." Of course, Jasmine had other plans. Prior to her announcement, she checked in with Gino to see how he was feeling after the big blow-up at his cousin Dana's birthday party, where Jasmine got in a physical altercation with Gino's new lover, Natalie. But Gino was still resentful of how Jasmine acted at the event and told her that he and Natalie broke up after the incident. However, Jasmine pushed back and suggested Natalie may have left him over the web of lies she discovered that same evening. "It is not you telling her that you plan to divorce me when you have never told me that, and you were even trying to meet with me to fix things?" Jasmine asked. "It was not you not telling her about the open marriage and that there was still hope between you and me? So you were 100% honest with her." Gino asserted that he was absolutely honest with Natalie, who, in fact, left Gino after realizing he had lied to her about the status of his marriage, but Jasmine was not buying it. Kara and Guillermo make a decision, and Jasmine comes clean with Gino on the next episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, Episode 11, airs at 8 p.m. Sunday, September 14th on TLC. Live stream. Fans can watch TLC without cable on Philo, which offers a 7-day free trial, DirecTV, which has a 5-day free trial, and Sling TV, which has new flexible 1-day, week and weekend passes. The episode is called Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner. The synopsis is, Elizabeth and Loren meet up to discuss their differences post-puppy party, Kara and Guillermo make a final decision on their relationship, and Jasmine comes clean to Gino about a big upcoming life change. Season 9 features 8 fan-favorite couples, Gino and Jasmine, Brandon and Julia, Tigalili and Adnan, Kara and Guillermo, Jovi and Yara, Elizabeth and Andre, Loren and Alexei, and Darcy and Georgie, navigating the next chapters of their marriages as the honeymoon phase wears off and real life sets in. Philo is a streaming service that offers more than 70 live channels and more than 70,000 titles on demand for $28 a month. Philo has a 7-day free trial. Channels include AMC, AMC Plus, a Discovery VH1, Food Network, History, Nickelodeon, OWN, TLC, Lifetime, Hallmark, Paramount, and TV One. Add-on packages include EPAX, Stars, and Movies, and more. Philo offers an unlimited 1-year DRV. DirecTV provides access to more than 100 channels, hundreds of on-demand titles, the ability to stream through 3 devices at once, and unlimited cloud DVR storage. Channels. Matt Branasterianu was shown taking Jasmine Pineda on a horse-drawn carriage ride, and Matt promised that he'd never reject her and they could do well together. Matt had taken off Jasmine's wedding ring, and she admitted that it felt weird because she was very attached to them. "I never imagined we would reach this point and try to formalize our relationship," Jasmine told the cameras of Matt. "He was supposed to be just a F-boy for me and that's it. I don't know, it's confusing." Matt also took Jasmine to an early dinner outdoors by a fire pit. Jasmine admitted she didn't know how to treat Matt and she still had a lot of things to figure out. Jasmine acknowledged that she had a lot of baggage, but Matt assured her that he was okay with it. Jasmine warned Matt that she could be grumpy and temperamental, but Matt felt he already had experience living with Jasmine and he'd be a better match for her. Matt was convinced that he and Jasmine could have a healthy relationship, and she gushed about how he was kind and gave her the best sex of her life. "Jasmine, I have something pretty big that I need to ask you," Matt told her during the meal. "I have a job opportunity for a business idea. I'm moving to Florida, and I'm really hoping that you'll come with me." Jasmine thought Matt was joking, but he insisted that he wasn't. Matt said he needed to move in a matter of weeks, and he had already signed a lease for a place. "You should have told me this a long time ago. I let you take my wedding ring off," Jasmine complained, adding how she was really freaked out. Matt explained how he needed to continue living his life, and he just wanted Jasmine to join him. Jasmine told Matt how moving was a huge deal and problems were just piling on her. Jasmine said she didn't like to rush into major decisions, and she needed time to process things. "My marriage is irrevocably broken," Jasmine said. "If the first thing that comes to your mind is Gino, then be with Gino," Matt complained. Jasmine was upset Matt was making important decisions about their life together, with even letting her know. Jasmine didn't like this surprise at all, and she refused to give Matt an answer about moving with him. Open Men. In Us Weekly's exclusive look at the mid-season teaser, fans get a glimpse of Darcy Silva and Georgie Rusev's anniversary party in Moldova. In one clip, Darcy and Georgie are seen entering the celebration as their loved ones clap around them. She dons a blinged-out white dress and a red, floral headpiece with a veil, while Georgie wears a black suit. They sip on wine and share a kiss before tossing their wine glasses over their shoulders. "We're having a beautiful wedding anniversary party," Darcy says in a confessional. "I think it's going to bring us closer together. Unfortunately, it looks like things weren't so peachy after the event," as Georgie tells Darcy. "There is a thing that make me questioning myself." "I knew it," she responds. "Why didn't you say this a long time ago? I wouldn't have married you." She breaks down in tears while he tells her she didn't listen to him. "Let me move on," Darcy declares before walking away from him. Meanwhile, Tiger Lily Taylor Abdel Fattah's baby makes his debut on camera, and Adnan Abdel Fattah is getting accustomed to fatherhood. "We had a baby, and he has so much hair," she says from her hospital bed in the teaser. The nurse asks Adnan if he has ever changed a diaper before, and he says he hasn't. Viewers also get a look at Libby Pothast and Andre Castrovet getting frisky in the bedroom. Andre is seen doing push-ups with his wife sitting on his back, and later, the pair's bodies are tangled together on the floss, the best way to make up for some mess, he says in a confessional, to which Libby responds, "But sometimes there are things that you can't just forgive and forget." Drama is also set to come to a boil between Libby and Loren Brovarnik, the latter of whom declares she's heartbroken and no longer trusts Libby. Things also shift in tone for Cara Leona and Guillermo Royer, who are dealing with trust issues. Open Menu Budo. The 90-Day Fiancé world is buzzing with dramatic twists and heartfelt turns. Colt Johnson is navigating post-divorce life and eagerly eyeing new romance possibilities on 90 Days, Hunt for Love, despite past turbulence with ex-wife Vanessa Guerra. Meanwhile, the season keeps fans on edge as Colt locks horns with Usman Umar over burgeoning affections for co-star Courtney Riordan's, making for compelling TV as they vie for her heart. In the family front, sweet baby faces are abundant, with several 90-Day alums sharing joyous baby news. Notably, Jasmine Pineda recently welcomed a baby, not with husband Gino Palazzolo, but with new beau Matt Brownies, adding a spicy twist to the Last Resort tell-all saga. Yet, not all news is filled with joy, as Eric Rosenbrook and Leda Margaretha face an unimaginable loss, grieving their newborn daughter's death amid personal turmoil. The series also unravels raw emotions with gripping confessions as Benny Schreiber admits to infidelity during his relationship with ex-wife Ariella Weinberg. In a web of love, loss, and drama, 90 Day Fiancé continues to captivate audiences with every moment. Benny Schreiber and Ariella Weinberg weathered many storms prior to their divorce, but the issue of infidelity remained unresolved. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Had me confused in the premiere about the state of Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda's relationship, but the following episode made things a bit clearer. Jasmine may think the open marriage is still a thing, but her husband is having second thoughts. Gino has been progressively less submissive to his wife, and has even been so bold as to call her out on social media. It seems that confidence had led to him finding his own partner in the relationship, and it's hard to feel bad for Jasmine knowing what we know went down after she found out about it.